abortions?
Yes. I would even agree that it's the primary reason.
Okay, cool. So then I
Like
don't
I
need to show you statistics for that. Then that's perfect. Saves me a bit of time. But also, sorry, I'm trying to fix my YouTube stream. Okay, so if the core issue for a majority of abortions is going to be um financial insecurities, you would agree if we solve the financial insecurities and we implement policy for social safety nets to help these new moms not just barely get by but thrive with their new child, right? You would agree that if a majority of the reasons for abortions is because they don't have enough money to raise a child until 18 years old, and then they have enough money, then that incentive of getting the abortion is gone, right? It's the same thing
uh
with like immigration. I'll give you like a simple like analogy with immigration that I typically use. So people come into the country undocumented because the process takes too long and is too expensive, right? You're gonna see if we fix the core issue, make it take a shorter amount of time and make it cheaper. You're gonna see more people choose the legal pathway because the core issue of the undocumented entry pathway is solved, right? Obviously, you're gonna have some people that do choose to be undocumented immigrants, maybe because they're violent criminals, whatever. But this analogy just proves once you attack the core issue, you fix the core issue of a certain topic, it will significantly decrease the amount of whatever you want to decrease or increase.
I think maybe my pushback would be that, sure, there's people with financial issues, but there's also the option to put the children up for adoption, right? So
That's
I
not going
feel
to
like
be that's not going to be an alternative to abortion. Abortion is a termination of pregnancy. In order to put a child up for adoption, you have to go through with a pregnancy. So inherently, that is not a alternative to abortion. Those are two contradictory options.
what's the contradiction?
Abortion is meant to terminate the pregnancy. Therefore, if the reason of abortion is terminating the pregnancy, you cannot say an alternative is adopting it, right? Adopting is an
But the
alternative to raising the child yourself, right?
the
That's an alternative, sure.
reason would be not to get an abortion, but for the financial reasons. Like if someone's financially struggling, that would be the reason to get an abortion. But I'm saying that like they can just give it up for adoption. So I don't really see this as like decreasing because people do get the abortions for financial reasons, but if you're getting it for financial reasons, there's really no need to get the abortion to begin with because you can just put it up for adoption. That's the point I'm trying to make.
It's also, I mean, it's not the only reason for abortions, right? But I can just point out a few things. The adoption um, process. I mean, the actual statistics. It's been a while. So listen, I don't debate abortion with men. The actual topic of abortion. I try to
Mm,
debate like more the financial reason of it. That's why I brought it up. But
sure, that's fair.
I've right because I'm a man and I don't really like talking about that in my life. But listen, if you actually
Okay.
take a look at the numbers and statistics of like the adoption centers and what goes on within those adoption centers, I think if you want to incentivize people to adopt their child, which would be an alternative to raising the child, we need to fix the adoption centers. You would agree, right? There are big issues with adoption centers.
What issues are you seeing currently?
Yeah, like children being harmed within adoption centers, right? Whether it be like in the adoption centers or whether it be throughout like different families and the struggle that these kids go through. Right.
Sure.
And I'm not saying we need to fix every single issue within this circumstance, but I think a majority of them can be solved if
Yeah.
we just if we just like redo the whole system of adoption, basically.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, if this isn't really something you debate, then I don't want to pigeonhole you into a conversation that
Right.
you don't feel like you can
Yeah,
defend
typically
sufficiently.
don't debate abortion mainly because
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
can't give birth. So that's going to be one of the main reasons. But is that the only reason you support Trump?
Yeah.
All right. What can I ask you a question? You're pro-life.
Yep. Yeah, you
You're
can ask
pro-life.
any
You want to
questions.
you want to save as much human life as possible, right?
I think it would be more about restricting mothers from taking the lives of their children.
So it's just controlling women's body. You're not pro-life. You're pro-birth. Would you agree you're not pro-life, you're just pro-birth? You don't care what happens to them after they're born?
No, I do like, I don't think that the parents should unalive
Like
them after
example,
they're
would you still
born
support Trump?
either.
Would you still support Trump if he allowed 14 million people to be killed, 4.5 million of them being children? Would you support that? Would you still support him if you knew that
Well,
this
I
was true?
guess let me just respond to your initial question. Um, yeah, like I care about the kids insofar as I don't think that people should have the right to take their lives.
Right.
And then your second question was something regarding, I'm assuming, the Epstein files.
No, no, no. It's just a hypothetical question. If Donald Trump allowed 14 million people to like be killed or die, and then like let's say 4.5 million of them were children, would you still support him? Given the fact that he did overturn Roe v. Wade and did everything he did now, would you still support him?
I mean, I would have to hear a little bit more context. Like, I feel like generally, yeah, children shouldn't die. But I feel
So
like when
then,
it, okay, you want to
sorry, go ahead.
continue? Yeah, I feel like, prima facie, that's bad, but there could be maybe overriding considerations to why that would be permissible in cases where, it generally wouldn't. Like in cases of like um, casualties, like within war, there's instances in
Let's say
where
it was preventable,
if it was
completely preventable.
preventable.
Let's say like he's the one who greenlit these deaths. He's the one who hit a button. He's the one who hit a button, which killed 14 million people, and then 4.5 million of them were children. Would you support him?
What's the case you're referring to? Maybe I
So what
can
I'm going
just
to be
respond
referring
to it.
what I'm going to be referring to is just typically when I ask Trump supporters if they would support Trump, they don't they respond if it's not about Trump, but when or if it's a hypothetical, but when it's about Trump, they try to defend it because they know Trump did this. But what Trump did is cut 90% of USAID, which according to experts, and I can give you the sources for that, 14 million people are going to die, and 4.5 million of them are going to be children that are eventually going to die, and that's at the minimum. Right, so 4.5 million children are going to die in 4 years because this is by 2030, right?
What's USID?
USAID is
Yeah,
basically a
what is that?
It's a U.S. program that funds other programs internationally for humanitarian reasons, whether it be food, water, shelter, whatever it is. And we fund it like $6 billion, and Donald Trump cut 90% of that. And experts say that that's going to lead to 14 million people dying and 4.5 million of them being children all over the world. That's not pro-life. 4.5 million children dying, is that pro-life?
And what would they be dying to? Just lack of access
The lack of access to the
towards.
resources that USAID provided. Yeah, because Donald Trump cut it. That's why I'm saying he's the one who greenlit it. He didn't have to cut it. No one forced him. He chose to cut USAID. He chose to greenlight these deaths. That's why I gave you that scenario where if he greenlit these deaths, would you still support him? He did greenlight these deaths. He clicked the button. He cut the USAID funding by 90 to 92%, allowing 14 million, 4.5 of them being children, to die by 2030. I would say that's way more than quote unquote children being killed by abortions. Way more.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just sort of presupposing that these people, these families and children, that the government has some sort of responsibility to give them humanitarian aid.
You're saying the you're I'm presupposing that the government has a responsibility to give them humanitarian
Yeah, or
aid.
like a duty to give them
Yeah, I mean,
humanitarian aid.
I think definitely that there is a duty, a moral duty, to give humanitarian aid to prevent like 4.5 million children dying. Absolutely, I think there's a moral duty of that. Yes, the same way that you think that there's a moral duty of a mom keeping their child and not like terminating the pregnancy. Yes, there is a moral duty of governments being able to fund programs that either A, help their citizens, or B, help people abroad to prevent 4.5 children dying. Absolutely, there's a moral duty there. Yes.
Okay, do you think there's a bunch of people, families who are unhoused currently in America, and they're going to pass away probably in virtue of that? Do you
Yes.
think the government has a moral duty to reprimand those issues and provide
Yes.
them with housing?
Yes, same with healthcare. 50,000 people die every year because of the lack of access to healthcare. That's the government's job to prevent their death, especially in America. If they're American citizens, absolutely, yes. It is the government's job to provide people so that they have at least the bare necessities, if not more, to have a sustainable life, right? So if they die because of lack of access to housing, they need to work on that. The 50,000 people that die because of the lack of access to healthcare, that's why I'm advocating for free healthcare nationwide. Yes,
So why
there is a
would
moral duty, and in according to the Constitution, that's the government's jobs: life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Right. So if there are deaths that are preventable that can be prevented by the government was made for the citizens, right?
hmm
To give the citizens life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, work for the citizens. So if they're not working for the citizens, then vote them out and vote people who will work for the citizens. Absolutely, we do. The government does have a moral duty. Yes.
why does the government have a moral duty to give people housing? This is a claim I've never heard be made before.
Yeah, if it prevents death, that's the moral duty, and you can even point to the Constitution of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Right? You can't have life if you're dead.
So the government has a moral duty to do this because they have a moral duty to keep the people in the country alive.
I mean, if you want to say not necessarily, the Constitution isn't moral. If you
No,
want to
I'm just
reference,
asking, like the
I mean,
government
yes, the
itself.
government does have that is their job to keep their citizens alive. Yes, according to the Constitution, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. You cannot have life if you're dead. You cannot be happy if you are dead. It's in the
So
Constitution.
okay,
I mean, there's
um,
laws specifically to prevent the government implements laws to prevent deaths, right? Like speed limits, right? Whether it be your local government, speed limits, stop signs, red lights, seat belts, right? Those are laws to prevent deaths. You also have, I mean, so I am advocating for restrictions on firearms, right? I mean,
sure.
some blue cities have those to a significant extent. That's to prevent the loss of life. Yes, it is.
Well,
The government does have that duty.
okay, and can I ask you maybe a pragmatic question, then I'll hop down.
Sure, go for it.
In terms of housing, how do you think pragmatically the government would be able to provide a country of so many people with adequate housing?
How?
Yeah, or like, do you think that private property should be a thing?
Um. Well, I mean, I'm not advocating for communism or socialism. I'm not a communist or a socialist.
Mm-hmm.
As of how, I don't have a specific plan. I haven't dug too deep on on ways to reduce homelessness.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely think that I need to do more research on my end for
Sure.
obviously questions like these. But I think it is possible. I mean, for example, Harris had a policy of $25,000 first time credit, making it easier for first time home buyers to buy a house. I think that's a decent way to start, right? She was a moderate, so that's not going to be what I prefer. But that's going to be like a moderate position that could help first time home buyers and prevent like homelessness to an extent. It's like, is it going to
But
do like the
yeah,
God's work? Absolutely
it
not. But
wouldn't
it's a
be
start,
fulfilling the
right?
duty
Yeah,
outright, but it
but
would
it would
be
be a
more
start, right?
so.
It's going to be a start, and it's really hard to just go full progressive, right?
Sure. Yeah.
After just having moderates, right? We need to work with the left and the right. Unfortunately, that's how Congress works to be able to pass things. So when you're saying like pragmatically, like that's what I would support as a start, and then from then on, move forward with progressivism in our country, and then pass more progressive policy. Yeah.
For sure. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you having me out.
And of course, I appreciate you coming up here. Take care. Have a wonderful day. We're moving on to the next guest, Charlie. How's it going? Do you support Trump?
Yeah,
How old are you?
18.
Why do you support Trump?
I support Trump mainly for the fact that, well, can I start it off with a question to you?
If you're gonna tell me a reason after, sure.
Yeah, no worries. Do you think do you think a good leader makes their country like just wants them to be the most powerful country in the world?
Not solely, no.
Well, I would argue what Trump is
Powerful
doing.
how? Right? How is America the most powerful country? Like, sure, we have like the strongest military, but when you look at the numbers, right, in terms of nukes, right,
No,
in
yeah, no,
terms of
this is what I'm
like,
this
how are we the most powerful country?
with Trump going for the with this war with Iran, especially the Strait of Hormuz, us holding this key point in the world's energy resources easily makes us the most powerful as of right now.
Iran has control of the Strait of Hormuz.
Well, we are also active in the Strait of Hormuz. I
No, we're
mean,
not active in the Strait of Hormuz. If you're saying Iran's ports, sure, the naval blockade was in Iran's ports, but we are not in the Strait of Hormuz. If we are, our boats get attacked, our ships get attacked. That's just false. We are not in the Strait of Hormuz. It's
okay, well,
completely false.
even being in the Iranian ports, like by us striving for this Strait of Hormuz and it
They have complete control over the Strait of Hormuz, something they didn't have
okay.
prior to the war, and now they know that they can hold that over our head.
Okay, well, and here's the thing: if Iran closes the Strait of Hormuz themselves, like they have, right? They
Yes,
have. That's
because
not
they
false.
control it. Yes.
Yeah, this cuts off energy to other strong countries that would oppose us, like Russia and China, and um, yeah, I mean,
How?
because we hold the largest oil reserves in the entire world, so we can go long amounts of time without having to get it shipped to us. But these countries that are in the Middle East need that oil shipped to them. Like that
Okay,
is
how
their
much oil
prime.
does Russia get from Iran?
I'm obviously not educated enough to what exact amount, but I would consider it to be a lot.
No, actually, not a lot. And we actually are lifting sanctions off of Belarusian oil and Russian oil from those two countries. Why? Because of the war in Iran, because of the Strait of Hormuz, and is lifting. And Donald Trump broke his promise of not lifting oil sanctions off Russia and Belarus, and he is now lifting sanctions off Russia and Belarus. They don't get a majority of their oil from
But
Iran. It's just false. And he left. They're dropping like flies. How's it flies? Whoa, how's it going? Do you support Trump?
No, I don't. Not at all.
W, Johnny, you're amazing, Johnny. We do have a couple of other people in the guest box. If you guys are in here, make sure to double tap that phone screen if you haven't already. Repost the live, share the live, do all the wonderful things. Moving on to the next guest, Frosty Cone. I think I remember that username. I don't know. Ellie? What's up, Ellie? He's a runner. He's a track star. He's a runner. He's a track star. Thank you for the army. Yeah, Russia does not get most of their oil from Iran. Just want to point that out there. Running track star, absolutely. Oh, Johnny, you wanted to come up here and say something in the chat? I mean, feel free to do so. I'll send you an invite because I'm gonna restart anyway, so I'll give you a couple of seconds. You said you wanted to tell the chat something.
Well, it's kind of gone a little further behind now. It was Mr. John who was in the chat, and after looking at his profile, he's from Australia, and he's trying to like interrupt it and say like, "Hey, like," and just we've been going back and forth for a little bit, and I was,
Southern poverty law. Yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
like, what the
that's
fuck,
yeah.
dude?
They don't even look into it. That's not like they're just trying to. First off, they haven't been charged. Second off, there's actually evidence that leads us to believe that there's actually for lack of better words infiltrating. They sent people, that specific group sent people to like members or groups of the KKK to infiltrate that group and get information to get them arrested, and they paid those people that were infiltrating the group That's what some sources are saying, but either way, they haven't been charged. They're just bitching in the comment section.
No, I know, but it got me a little fired up.
No, it would get me fired up too. I've heard
Yeah.
that argument so many times.
So, and I live in the dirty South. I'm in Florida, so
Right.
I'm like, don't give me that shit.
Literally. Well, I appreciate you, Johnny, for coming up here.
Yeah,
You
man.
take care. W's for Johnny in the chat. There's 16 of you. I'm gonna hit a quick restart because we did have like 2 decent debates. They were short, 10 minutes each, but we had decent debate.
But would you acknowledge that it is a human being?
No. How many more times do we have to go over this?
Well, no, it is a no.
Explain this.
Sir, I'm looking at a picture of an interior. It looks like a bedroom.
Of an airplane.
Sorry, YouTube. Y'all are going through it, YouTube. I'm so sorry. YouTube, I apologize. YouTube, listen, I apologize. You are going through it. We're back now, YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up if you're over on YouTube. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Repost the live, share the live, do all the wonderful things. There's a poll in the YouTube comment section, so make sure to vote in that poll. I'm gonna bring up my guest backup account. Sorry about that, YouTube, but we're back. Who's in here? Ain't bots? Master, I don't know who's not a bot. I don't bot my chat. Just saying. Just hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Repost the live, share the live if you haven't already over here on TikTok as well. YouTube, hit that thumbs up right freaking now. There's 20 of you in here, and over here on TikTok. If you're a Trump supporter, join up in the guest box. If you're seeing this on your For You page, you think you're pro MAGA, pro ICE, pro men leading, and anti-gay people, join up in the guest box. No bots can appear without you botting. That's probably why I get like a bunch of people, or I guess bots, just spamming my YouTube section. Makes sense, Master. I wish I was like a way to prevent that, low-key. Because then that just like restricts my push too. How's
I
it
know
going?
you remember from yesterday. Yeah, yeah. All right, yeah. What's good, bro? What's good?
What did we talk
Alright,
about
bro.
yesterday?
What did we talk about yesterday? Okay, yeah. So basically, you asked me why do you support Trump? I said because he's cool. You said, do you think a rapist is cool? I said, why are you making the pre-assumption he's a rapist? Pulled up some evidence. I said, and you said, oh, do you think this rapist is cool now? And I said, no. And then you said, bye.
Oh, do you
he's
still
like-
support Trump?
Nope.
You don't?
Do you support Trump?
I don't.
Who do you support?
Who do I support? For what?
Yeah. Okay, we can just say, I guess leading the USA, I guess you can say.
Yeah, I mean, in 2024 I supported Harris. In 2028, I don't know who I'm going to support. Listen, you don't support Trump. Props to you, I guess. I don't know. But moving on to the next guest. I think he says Marcos. Could be mistaken. Did I not click accept? I did, they left. Wow. Like they can join and you wouldn't know and they typed your comments. Oh, wow. That makes sense. I wonder how many of them are watched. There's a lot of people in here though. Like some of you guys stay in here for a long ass time. Marcos, what's up? Sign in the guest box. If you're a Trump supporter, hop up in the guest box. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. I'm looking for Trump supporters to debate once again. We are looking for debaters. So if you are pro MAGA, pro ICE, pro men leading, anti gay people, join up in the guest box. I would love to debate you. My phone is useless. Genuinely the most useless phone I've ever had. Marcos, it's you. You keep hopping up in the guest box. May I come in? If you support Trump, if you think being gay is wrong, and if you think men are better at leading, sure, go for it. How am I doing, Master? I'm doing great. It was Mother's Day. I took my mother out. Had some fun. Chilled with family. Came home. Played some games. Got on. Live stream. Pretty good. Pretty good day. Happy Mother's Day again to all the mothers out there. If you're watching over on YouTube, over here on TikTok, and over on Twitch, happy Mother's Day. Y'all rule. How's it going? Do you support Trump? You're on the live stream. You can talk.
Hi.
Focus. Are you a Trump supporter?
Bro, I don't speak English, bro. I am.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm very, very sorry. It is my fault. I should learn languages. I don't blame you. I blame me. I have the opportunity to learn languages, and actually, false. I'm trying to learn French. Just saying. But looks like you don't support Trump. Happy Mother's Day to all the loving moms. It's Happy Mother's Day, whether you're a godmother, grandmother, mother. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out there. It is your day to shine. Actually, you guys shine every day. Props to you. Props to y'all. Fuck. Misclicked. Frank over there says yes. Yes for what, Frank? I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. Completely forgot. If you guys want to support this live stream, check out my link tree in the bio. You can find my Facebook, you can find my Instagram, Twitter, Substack, link tree in the bio over on or the description of the video over on YouTube, and then a bio on TikTok. Also my Venmo, PayPal, Cash App if you guys want to support. As always, we are just looking for somebody. So if you think men are better at leading than women, if you think being gay is wrong, and if you support Trump, join up in the guest box. I would love to have a conversation with you. Thank you for the heart me, John. Yes, guys, send your daily heart me. That helps push it out as well through the gift goal. You know, it's helps people get up here inside the live stream because there are less MAGA. There are less MAGA if we think about it. MAGA is ceasing to exist. So the more people we have in here, the more MAGAs there's gonna be. Thank you for the hat and mustache, Jules. What the fuck? You're amazing. Can you get some W's in the chat for Jules? You're amazing.
Yo, I have a question.
You're a child. Can't. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. W's in the chat for Jules. Millions of them to be released. Hold on, I missed the first one. Do you actually know that Trump was the one that paid? He paid. I've never heard that claim. I sent you an invite. If you want to defend that claim, come up on my live stream. I got you. Why are people sitting at home making and watching videos when they could be outside talking to people in person? Great question over on YouTube, even though that's disingenuous. The reason why I make videos and go live every single day instead of mainly going, because I do go out in person and talk to people in person. You guys, I just don't post that yet because I don't have a camera, a microphone for like that stuff, right? But I do have conversations with people outside in the quote real world. But the reason why it's mainly on live stream is because on social media I'm able to reach 250,000 people a month, 100,000 people on live stream, so basically 350,000 people a month. Right? That's something like a decent month. In real life, I'm not able to talk to 350,000 people. So it's going to be what generates the best outcome for society. Talking to 350,000 people or talking to a couple people. Obviously, talking to more people and changing more minds is going to be more of a benefit to society. Great question. You should ask yourself, you're doing the same thing? And I answered your question. Or not a master. I don't know if that was for me. Sorry, I thought it was the same username. I don't know if that was for me. I know YouTube. You can't at people on YouTube, so that's my bad. Let's talk to this guy. Do you support him? Absolutely not. Actually, yes, I do. I'm a Trump supporter. Biggest Trump supporter ever. Quite frankly, you've never seen a bigger Trump supporter than me. Is this guy not going to load up in? Are the other 2,000? No, buddy. It's called posting videos and then looking at the statistics of the video I post for the month on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And it's called adding those numbers up for the month. And then it's called determining whether or not that's going to be more people that I reached compared to in person, quote unquote. Not to you, the person, but yeah, man, that's my bad. So I think we don't understand common sense. Common sense is not so common. It's uncommon in common sense. I am talking a lot. Holy shit. You guys support Trump. If you guys think men are better at leading than women, if you think being wrong is gay, jump up in the guest box. I'd love to talk to you, love to have a debate with you, love to have a conversation with you. Come and defend your position. Don't be a beta. Alright, bro. Alright, it's time for me to leave. It's time for me to get out. Okay, I'm accepting people. Did I not click accept? I did. I'm being gaslit. TikTok is gaslighting me. Okay. This is fun. This is amazing. I'm spending time with the chat. Like never seen before. Restart? I just hit a restart. Literally like 5 minutes ago. I thought you were here when I hit the restart. I saw you in here. Did I not? Your greatest view count is under 7,000? For my live streams, yes. But that's what you add together. Right? Typically, I get around 500 to 1,000 people per live stream. Typically, I do one live stream a day. Right? So then you add the numbers, and then I post YouTube shorts as well. And I typically get like 500 to 1,000 views as well. I post like 5 YouTube shorts. And then on Instagram too. It's not just YouTube, Instagram. And then TikTok too. TikTok and Instagram. Instagram does better. I don't know which one I prefer. Thank you for the singing saxophone. I appreciate it. Can we get some W's in the chat for the singing saxophone? I genuinely appreciate you. How's it going, man? Do you support Trump? Hello?
Hello.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
You do? Why? Why would you ever do that? Some W's in the chat for you.
I can give you a lot of reasons, but you're just going to come at me and call me something that I'm not.
Like what? What would I call you?
A list of names that you've probably have memorized for this debate, but I'm not going to engage you in that way.
No, it's fine. I completely agree. You shouldn't have to engage with someone that's degrading you when you're not deserving of being degraded. So, question: are you an American patriot?
I'm a United States citizen, and
Are you an American patriot?
I am. I'm not an American patriot. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. patriot.
Okay, you're a U.S. patriot. Would you agree that U.S. patriots uphold and defend the Constitution?
I would say you're supposed to. Not all the countrymen do, but to some degree, some fell short of the task at hand. Yeah, but for the most part, you're supposed to.
Of course. Would you ever support Donald Trump if he violated clauses and amendments of the Constitution? Hypothetically, if he violated like 5 different clauses and 7 different amendments with no good reason, would you support him?
I mean, if he's got the power to do that, unbinding and God willing, I mean, I'll support that.
So the violation of the Constitution would be undermining checks and balances. So in the hypothetical that I gave you, he doesn't have the power to do that. That's why it's a violation of the Constitution. But would you support Trump if he does violate the Constitution?
Listen, I said yes, I would. But if he's got God willing binding power and strength to do so, I'd follow him into war. So help me God. Me and the countryman standing shoulder to shoulder beside me. Of course I would.
Then you're not a U.S. patriot.
I am so.
But a U.S. patriot would uphold and defend the Constitution.
You're going against your commander-in-chief. You're
No. Hold on. Have you been in the military before?
So don't sit here and try to.
Have you been in the military, or are you currently in the military?
Sir, listen here. Don't try to patronize me off your wordplay that you have memorized like a script when you don't even know exactly. Listen. I can give you a fact. I know what. Okay, I can tell you this. I know what a $4.63 Big Mac combination tastes like. You never will. Okay, I know what having a cell phone and no internet is like. And you never will. So before you try and wordplay me and patronize me and try to pretend that you have, just because you're doing Google research and you have a headset on and you think you have quick answers to hard questions, doesn't mean shit to nobody. It makes no relevance. You're not a
Knowledge. I think knowledge does mean shit to somebody because when
multi-millionaire, you're not flying off the handle. You're not marketing yourself properly. You're wasting your time.
I mean, I would argue that like being on here is like marketing myself in some way, shape, or form.
Marketing yourself very well. Time is money.
Time is money.
You're not making money if you're sitting on here and just trying to be bullshit.
The point of this live stream is not to make money. It's to change minds. This is not my job yet.
You're not trying to change lives. And if you're trying to do it politically and through religious, there's a million people before you and a million people behind you doing that. It's nothing new, and you won't stand out.
So then Charlie Kirk was a chud, right? Charlie Kirk was nobody.
Charlie Kirk was a
chud. He was a beta chud. He was a cuck, right?
Well, no, Charlie Kirk was a person who had political views, who talked about it amongst younger people with less knowledge in the topics that he was talking about.
Well, the only difference between me and Charlie Kirk and what you're describing is that you're not young, right? Because you have less knowledge than what I'm talking about, right? So what I'm doing here is just talking to older people that have less knowledge than me. In terms of my political views.
There's 10 billion people, and you'd be lucky if you got maybe
how many people?
5,000 people max watching you. That's even if you paid for the subs and the streams to get your name out there.
No, there's 20 people in this live stream. There's 20 people in this live stream, and then there's 21 over on YouTube, in total 40 people.
Because you'd have to be a multi-millionaire to be a streamer on the platform unless you were actually hot, which you're not. So, I mean, if you really want to get down to brass taxes and how this platform works and how things work, you're wasting your time sitting here trying to be and do something. You have to be original, and you're not. You know, like, and even these creators, like Straight Dropped Lace,
Did you miss me, buddy?
Mikey, wait your turn. I just didn't want you to leave. I want to finish this conversation. Listen, man, I don't think you need to be hot to be a content creator. I don't think you need to be a millionaire to be a content creator. I mean, look at some of the most prominent content creators out there. I mean,
Dean Withers is not a content creator. He started at the age of 19, and now he's worth $1 million. So is Parker. Parker's only 24 years old. Dean Withers is only 21 years old. They started this app and started fake shit.
Not put into it. Okay, so if you're just sitting
I think the way to become a content creator is you are genuine and people like your content. But this is pivoting away from the conversation because listen, man, you told me here you are a U.S. patriot who defends and upholds the Constitution. But if Donald Trump does violate the Constitution, you wouldn't support him. What's the issue there?
That's not what I said. See, you're trying to clip bit or snip bit.
I can play back the video. Do you want me to play back what you said?
I can tell you exactly what I said.
Is that Ellie? Ellie, I'm sorry for calling you a bitch. I'm sorry.
The powers and God willing to do it.
No, he doesn't have the powers. That's why there's checks and balances, man. That's why he cannot. That's why it's called a violation, because it goes against the quote unquote powers that he has, because he's violating checks and balances. He's not upholding checks and balances. I mean, for example, what if Donald Trump violated the elections clause? Would you still support him?
Wait, hold on, Jeremiah. There's been some confusion. People are thinking that this guy is Canadian.
That's a setup question.
It's not a setup question. It's a hypothetical. Are you Canadian, D? No?
No, and that's a setup question.
Okay, how is it a setup question? There's no evidence that leads me to believe that he's Canadian, so.
I don't know.
I'd like to respond to what you said, though, if that's okay. You said that Donald Trump is going against the Constitution, but wasn't it Obama that and I debated you last time and you didn't want to take the evidence about it, but didn't Obama sit there and do uncongressional approval to bomb Iran and bomb Syria and bomb Libya? But yeah, you guys have.
They all have.
Yeah, but the point is here. The point is here. Let me give me.
Listen, the point is this. This means nothing. You'll have
a violation of the Constitution does mean a lot.
But it's a violation of the Constitution Obama did.
But that's Bidenism. So Bidenism.
But it's not Bidenism because Obama was the one that deported.
Let me
wait,
tell
hold
you
on,
what Biden. Hold on. You're not. You interrupted me.
Let me say something.
No, Mikey.
Obama
You interrupted
deported 6.5 illegal immigrants, and quote unquote, all of them got due process. Due process takes a couple weeks to a couple years to get. In that time of being president, there's only 30 immigrant judges at the time. So how did 30 illegal immigrant judges give all 6.5 million illegal immigrants due process at that time?
Right. So can I finish what I was saying? So you said it's not Bidenism because it's not Biden. What Bidenism is you use someone else like Obama, Bill Clinton, Joe Biden, or really anyone else to pivot away from Donald Trump. So when I make the claim Donald Trump has violated clauses and amendments of the Constitution knowingly and willingly, and when you bring up Biden or Obama or anyone else, that is what is called
But
Bidenism.
why
You are
is it
pivoting away
okay
from it.
for them to do it, but when
I never
Donald
said
Trump
I
does
never
it?
said it's okay, but the difference between Obama and Biden, Donald Trump and what he's doing is unprecedented. Every single president has thought that the War Powers Act has been unconstitutional. Every single president since when it's been implemented, right? The only difference here is the Supreme Court has not deemed whether or not the War Powers Act does violate the Constitution. That's why it's an iffy subject, right? If you want to say that if I want to say that Donald Trump declared the declare war clause, sure, he did violate the declare war clause, but I'm not going to bring that up because so did Obama, right? When launching the strikes in Syria, right? But the point is here, the Supreme Court has not ruled on the War Powers Act or whether or its constitutionality of it. That's why it's an iffy subject. But when I say Donald Trump has violated the election clause, no other president in American history has violated the election clause to the extent that Donald Trump has, or to any
ask you a
extent.
question because I know where your point about this is going. Can you tell me how much uranium that they had? No, because here's the thing I don't understand.
Who's they?
How much uranium did Iran have when Donald Trump bombed Iran? How much?
60. We're enriching 60% uranium.
That's not what I asked.
How much uranium did they have? I have no fucking idea how much uranium
They had 11 tons, which is 22,000 pounds. In order for you to make your one singular nuclear bomb, you only need 150 pounds.
You also need
worth
to
of
enrich uranium 90%.
It doesn't matter. You don't need 90% to make it. You could use 60%
Holy
enriched.
shit,
Bro,
this
you
guy's
want to make
dumb.
a bet?
Oh my god, this guy is
Okay.
dumb. Dude, Mikey, let's
I'm
not
dumb?
pivot. Let's not pivot. Let's not pivot. I was talking about
No,
the election
Jeremiah,
clause.
because
Hold
here's
on,
the problem
hold on,
what you
hold
do.
on.
And every time, no, I'm going to tell you to hold on. Because every time I come up here, bro, I prove you so wrong that you laugh at me.
Mikey, listen. Donald Trump violated the election clause. Stick on point. Do you agree or disagree?
When? In 2020?
Yes. Do you agree or disagree?
No, he didn't violate it.
Okay,
What he
what if I
wanted to
told you-
do was.
What if I told you I
Okay.
could provide evidence not only from a liberal, me, but from a Republican? Would you still support Trump if a Republican
I
who was
support
MAGA-
Trump because you want to know why I support Trump? Because he has the balls to do it no other president could do. Donald Trump is
Which is
sat
violate the
here-
Constitution. Exactly. Yes. Congratulations. You want to listen to Mike Pence? Do you know who Mike Pence is?
Yes, Mike Pence was the fucking vice president under the
former-
2016 to
yes.
2020.
Perfect.
And I've already
Former-
heard the video. You don't got to bring it up for me, buddy. I've already heard
So
the video.
what video am I referencing?
You're referencing the video where Donald Trump told Mike Pence to say he rigged the election so therefore he could win.
No,
And then
I'm not referencing that. I'm referencing the video where Mike Pence says, quote, Donald Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution. That is a violation of the elections clause.
Okay, and your point?
Mike Pence said, and I quote, Donald Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution. You can agree that every official has to stay within the boundaries of the Constitution and uphold and defend the Constitution, right? They take an oath, right? Donald Trump took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution, right?
Uh-huh.
So when Mike Pence, the former VP to Donald Trump, says that Donald Trump asked him to put him before the Constitution, you can agree that that's an attack on American values, right?
No, it's not an attack on American values.
The Constitution is a core American value.
So if it's a core American value, then why are the Democrats doing the exact
It's
same
Bidenism.
thing?
Bidenism. You have one more chance.
I'm not
That's called
talking about
Bidenism.
what ism, bro. This is why you piss me off and you're such a fucking cuck.
Okay, I'm a cuck. Do you have a wife?
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, clearly you don't have a wife. Listen, man, I can see why no one would
No, I
marry
don't
you.
have a wife. You want to know why? Because I broke up with her because she's like people like you, bro. Because what you do is you
No,
sit
you
here
broke up
and
with her
you
because
can't
she cucked
debate.
you.
Just
You
like
wo-
that
you
guy
woke
said,
up-
you're
you-
never
you
going to be a
broke up with her
content
because you
creator,
walked
bro.
in on her
You're
cheating on
never
her.
going to be a content creator if you laugh at what people say. You need to learn
I
how
think
to
you're just-
debate.
hold on,
you need
Mikey,
to
I
learn to
think-
stop being such a fucking asshole to people. Because every time I come up here, I prove you wrong. You laugh in my face and you make me rage out.
Mikey,
You're
I think the issue
pathetic,
here,
bro.
I think the issue is here. You're not happy enough. What's wrong with people laughing? Type a one in the chat if you laugh. Type a one in the chat if you have ever laughed. Mikey, have you
That's
ever
not
smiled?
the point, bro.
Have
The
you ever
point is
smiled?
when I debate you, I bring up evidence. I bring up
You brought up
facts.
no evidence. No evidence.
I
don't-
did. I talked about
evidence.
the uranium, and you're like, "Oh, I don't know how much uranium
Okay,
they had. It's not 60%, blah blah, 90%, blah blah." But then I tried
Yes,
talking
you need
about
90% to
pivoted
build nuclear.
to the
Hold
constitutional
on,
thing about
that's
Donald
not true.
Trump.
I'm
And
the
yes,
one.
Donald
hold
Trump
on.
did try rigging the election. Do you want to know fucking why? Because he didn't want
Because he
fucking
didn't want to
Biden in
lose.
office to destroy our fucking government, like he fucking did.
There it is. You are okay with Donald Trump attacking democracy at its core. You
And you
just
were
said,
okay with every
you just
fucking
said,
Democrat
You
doing
just
it.
said it is okay that Donald Trump tried
Oh
to
my God, you delusional
RIGGED the
fucking
try to
rage tampon loving
RIGGED the election because he lost and you didn't want
This
Biden in
guy
office.
is like the
What
biggest
did Biden do that
delusional
was bad?
fucking
Hold
in
on,
the world, bro.
Hold on. What did Biden do that was so bad that made acceptable of Donald
What
Trump?
did
rigging
Biden
it?
do?
Yes.
What did Biden do?
That was bad.
Biden,
Yes.
number one, he made people believe they can be whatever they want to be and go into women's restrooms. Number two,
So did Trump. So did Trump.
no, Trump said that he supports it. Donald Trump didn't
supports
say
trans
here on
women.
fucking
Trump supports
Christmas
trans women.
Day.
Yes, Trump supports trans
Donald
women. How
Trump
much,
did
you
not
wanna bet?
say
You
here
wanna
on
bet?
Christmas
Hold on.
Day.
Do you want to bet? Do you want
Did
to
not
bet?
say here on
Hold on.
Christmas
Hold on.
Day.
Mikey,
and they have freaks
doing
fucking cartwheels and pride flags and transgender flags and fucking
Mikey, I muted you. Listen, how
bro.
much do you want? Mikey, I have a question for you. How much do you want to bet that Donald Trump is okay with trans people? Do you want to put your money where
I
your
already
mouth is?
know he is. But the problem
Donald Trump is okay
is
with trans people?
oh my fucking God, you bro.
Yeah, don't say anything in relation to that, dude. Can you answer my question? Does Donald Trump support trans people? Yes or no?
Dude, you really talk to me like
Does
I'm
he?
some fucking bro, because I'm not.
Does he support trans people?
Yes.
Okay, so then when you're saying Biden allowed people to be whatever they want to
Let
be,
me
like
finish
cisgender,
my
so
fucking
did
sentence,
Trump,
you
quote
twat,
unquote.
waffle, cum stained, fucking rejected swine.
Mikey, please calm down. Not
No,
for me,
because
for
I'm
the
tired
live.
of you, bro. You cannot fucking debate me. You laugh at me. You fucking mute me, and you have your little minion cocksucking fucking rerees.
Okay, Mikey.
It's not.
can
It's
you
not.
stop?
No, I don't give a fuck about slurs. The only reason why the R word is a slur is because Obama put it in effect and made it a slur.
No, the R slur is harmful. Very harmful. Just,
No, it isn't. The only
N-word
reason
is
why it's
harmful.
harmful is Obama put it in place. And there you go. You got me. Wow. Because you're.
Mikey, man. Mikey.
Yeah, they literally said, if you're given an unlawful order, an unlawful one, do not follow it. Remember your constitutional oath. That's all they said.
Were they talking about ICE or something?
Nope, they weren't specifying anything. They just said, if you're given an unlawful order, don't follow it.
Yeah, so I would, if he did say that, but if he has said that, then I would. Oh wait, no. He said that their actions were seditious behavior, punishable by death. Said they should be arrested and put on trial. So yeah, I would agree that he does say.
What's up, Jen? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's it going? What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? We are back. YouTube. You guys saw the restriction on there, but we are back. There's a lot of people over on YouTube. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Repost the live, share the live, do all the wonderful things if you're over on TikTok. Try to get to 10,000 likes. But YouTube, we are back. We are back over on YouTube. So make sure you hit that thumbs up. Trump, the GOAT. Trump is the GOAT. Come up and debate me, Drew. Pretty insane conversations we've been having. Let's see how many people like the stream so far. Let's see how many people like the stream. Let's see. 11 people have liked the stream. If you're over on YouTube, go like the stream right now and click on the heart. Right? If you're in the chat, you can click on the heart. That also pushes it out, as well as subscribe. Okay, and do the poll. Interaction within the community, within the live stream, absolutely pushes it out. Okay, we had to restart because of a flag, but we're back over here. So if you're a Trump supporter on TikTok, make sure to come up and debate me. We're back. We're back. We're back. Can you say happy birthday? Can you say happy birthday? Can you say happy birthday? No, I can't. No happy birthday. No happy birthday for you. I would have back and forth with some of the guests. You can always use them. Oh yeah, of course, Johnny. As soon as we get a Trump supporter up here, if we do get anyone that supports Trump or thinks men are better at leading than women or thinks being gay is wrong, I will let you up here. But I just want to make sure that there's Trump supporters first, because I don't want to waste your time. How's it going?
Hey you. Hey So why don't you support Trump? Let's start with that.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 42.
When's your birth year?
1985, 2006. April 30th.
1985, 2005, because I wouldn't have done 2006. What? That makes no sense. 1985 is 19 the month, 85 the day, 2006, and you're 42 years. Okay, sure, that makes sense. 2 birthdays, that makes sense, man. How's it going? Do you support Trump?
Hey, how's it going? Yes, I do.
Why is that?
Because I think he is the first thing that is going to stand in between us and Islam.
Yeah, go ahead, explain.
He's making it very clear that we are not going to support any Sharia law.
Would there have been Sharia law under Harris, and did Harris support Sharia law?
Oh, 100%.
Harris support. What is Sharia law, if you don't mind me asking?
Sharia law is the Muslim law that they all follow. There's multiple different laws under Sharia law. I couldn't really go step by step for each one, but I mean,
a few of the laws in Sharia law.
Sure, if you're apostate, you're to be unalived. If you are a Christian or a Jew, if you're standing behind a rock or a tree, you're to be cut down by the throat.
Are you a Christian?
Yes, I am a Christian.
Does the Bible say to love your neighbors, right?
Yeah, it does. Sure.
The Bible says that Jesus had dinner with sinners, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course he did.
And we follow in Jesus' footsteps?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you ever support a Muslim ban?
Absolutely.
That's a contradiction.
How is that a contradiction?
Because if Jesus ate with sinners, and Jesus loved sinners, and Jesus says, love thy neighbor, right? The neighbor being a Muslim, right? And in accordance with your view, you think being Muslim is a sin. Whatever. I disagree with that. But let's say this is all true. In accordance with the Christian perspective, you would disagree with a Muslim ban into our country. would disagree with that because that's against all Christian values of loving your neighbor and following in Jesus Christ's footsteps. That is a complete contradiction of Christian values.
Except for the fact where Jesus says that you are to rebuke false religions, but to also mock them.
Mock false religions?
Yes.
Okay, how do you know that Christianity is true?
Where does the word Christian come from?
I have no idea. That's not answering my question.
No, it's exactly the question, bro. It's the exact
It
answer
is a question.
to your question.
Which Bible are you going off of? Genesis?
It doesn't matter because I'm following Christ, which is a
okay.
But there's so many
you're saying,
different
right. You're saying
formalities and dialects.
Precisely. You have different denominations of Christianity, but you're saying Christianity is true because
yes.
Christ.
Christianity is true because Islam is false. If Islam is true, then Islam is false.
Okay, Christianity is true. Christian and Islam aren't the two only religions. You know that, right? So prove Christianity is true.
I don't have to prove Christianity is true. All I have to do is prove that Trump is standing in the way of Islamic rule.
But no, you're trying to defend Christianity, right? You're saying that a Muslim ban would suffice because you have to mock other religions and false religions. What if Christianity is a false religion? Right?
Yeah.
So prove Christianity is true and not a false religion. Prove it.
So who's the head of Christianity?
The head of Christianity
Right now, the Pope.
Catholic,
the Pope is the head of Christianity?
Pretty much, he's the speaker.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Denomination, yes.
You are like totally out of bounds and have no idea about religion.
You know the
whatsoever.
Vatican is the most corrupt organization on the planet, right?
Yeah, I totally
Johnny,
agree. The Pope is from the fucking devil.
Johnny, I don't think he knows that Catholicism is a denomination of Christianity.
Yeah, I don't think he
No,
does
it's not a form of Christianity.
It's a denomination of Christianity, just like Protestant.
Which also
Protestant is a
entails that it is
denomination.
a form of Christianity. If something is
So what- are you
false,
an
how
inv-
can
are
it
you an
be
inv-
a Noahite?
Denominational? Wait, hold on. What denomination are you?
Noahite?
No, I'm not really a big religion guy.
I follow the laws
What
of
Bible
Noah.
do you follow?
I follow the laws of Noah.
Laws of Noah. What Bible do you read, or do you not read a Bible?
I read portions of the King
doesn't know.
James. I also read portions of the Ethiopian Bible. I read many different portions of our Bible.
Cool. So,
It doesn't
can
mean
you
that
prove
any
that your
one
denomination
version of our Bible is 100% true, because it's not. We don't claim that. We never have claimed
right,
that.
but can you prove that your religion is true, though?
Yes, I can.
Okay, prove it.
Okay. So, okay, how would you like me to start? That's where we need to start.
Give me evidence that your religion is true.
As far as like what?
You claim Christianity is true because of Christ. Prove that Christ
Yes.
is the Son of God.
Okay, Christ is the Son of God because he claimed to be the Son of God. He was born of an immaculate conception.
Okay.
And even the
In accordance
Quran
with your view, in accordance with your view, I'm gonna-
confirms that.
I'm gonna try to do an analogy here and see if your views uphold. First
Sure.
off, I have a question. Would you ever support a president that has been held liable for rape?
No.
Great.
Yeah, great. So Donald Trump was held liable for rape.
No, he
This is
wasn't.
true. Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. He was held liable for defamation.
He was held liable for sexual abuse, which was forcibly penetrating Jean Carroll's vagina.
No,
with
he
his
was
fingers.
not. It was had
How much you
nothing
wanna
to
bet?
do with SA. It was
How much you wanna bet? You
everything
wanna bet
to
money?
do. Yes, I would like to bet.
How
I
much-
would
how much
put
money do you wanna bet
100
that he
I would
wasn't
put
held-
lots of money on it.
Hold on.
If you
hold
can
on.
find me the court case that says
I got
that
you.
Trump did that, then I
How
will
much
give
money do you want to bet
$100
that
right now on your
$100?
Venmo.
Hold on. $100 to prove that Donald Trump was held liable for sexual abuse?
Yes.
Easy money.
I will send you $100 to your Venmo right now if you can prove that Trump was
Hold on,
convicted
can you read this?
of
Can you read
being
this?
held liable. Where? Oh, look. What does that very first one say?
No, the bet was abuse.
Wait,
the bet
no,
was sexual
what did
abuse.
the very first one
Hold on,
say?
hold on.
No,
The bet,
no,
the
no,
bet.
what is
dude,
the
dude.
very
Hold on,
first line say, bro?
Michael, the bet and Johnny is here, and there's 70 people in here that can corroborate this. The bet was Donald Trump held liable of sexual abuse, right? That was a bet, Johnny, right? I said rape at first, but then the bet that he agreed to, the terms he agreed to, was he held liable for sexual abuse. He bet $100 on that. This court case says Mr. Trump sexually abused Miss Carol.
Scroll up.
I can't scroll. It's a screenshot.
Scroll up so I can see the whole
It's a
thing.
screenshot. What do you want to see?
Scroll up so I can see the whole thing. There's you realize that that's just the first page, bro. You realize that's just the first page?
If you can't see, but this first page proves that he was held liable.
No, that
for
doesn't
sexual
prove
abuse.
anything. All that does is shows what the jury said and what
Yes,
ended
the
up
jury
being the
determined his liability.
conviction.
Yes.
No,
the
what
jury
was the
found him liable.
conviction?
In terms of what?
What was the conviction for?
What was a conviction? For the sexual abuse?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the punishment that you got for sexual abuse was like what, $5 million?
No, what
$5 million.
what did the actual court case say for the conviction?
It was.
You
It wasn't.
just said
If
it,
you're talking
SA.
about prison time. If you're talking about prison time,
No,
he
I'm
wasn't-
not. I'm not even talking about prison time. I'm asking what the actual conviction of the court case says. What was he actually convicted of? What is his actual crime? Not what is posted
forcefully
on a
penetrating
paper.
E. Jean Carroll's vagina with his fingers. That's what the jury determined.
That's what he was convicted of. Are you willing to go to that?
Am I willing to go to that? Do you want a source?
Yeah, like to the full extent to where if I say that you're a liar, that I can prove that in a court of law and sue you for defamation against Trump? Are you willing to go that far?
Are you? Yes,
Let
sure.
me
Sure.
ask you something, sir.
But you see, hold on, Michael. You still
No,
owe me
I asked
$100.
him a question.
I said sure because it's true that Donald Trump forcefully penetrated E. Jean Carroll's vagina with his fingers without her consent.
Is
But
that
Michael,
what the court case says? Is that what he was
yes, and the
convicted
judge
of?
clarified that this is rape. But Michael, you owe me $100 because the bet was Donald Trump held liable for sexual abuse.
No, because that is not
Michael,
what he was
you're a
convicted
beta.
of.
You're not a man of your word.
No. Don't kick me. Don't drop me because I will stay
I'm not
here
going to drop
until
you.
we come
Hold
to
on, Michael,
the full resolution
Michael,
of this.
Michael, did the jury determine that he was held liable for sexual abuse?
No.
Thank you, Johnny. Okay, what court case did I just show you? What document did I just show you?
You showed me part of the court case that happened with E. Jean Carroll, but you didn't show the final court
Right.
case that ended. The one where he was actually, supposedly held liable. What does that one say, brother? What does that say? What does it say at the end of
that
the
I just
conviction?
said. Yes,
What,
that
is,
was, that's
no,
the one
what
I
does
just
it
showed you.
say? What does it say at the end of the court case where he was actually convicted from what you say?
What was it like? I already told you. Forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina with his fingers. Also, AP News. Fingers. Also, AP News. Jury finds Trump liable.
Lower real domestic manufacturing investment every
Yes, I never said. I said the bet was on whether or not it was sexual abuse. That was a bet, and you agreed to that bet for $100. You owe me $100, Michael.
What does sexual abuse entail?
Sexual abuse?
Yeah.
I mean, a form of sexual abuse.
Doesn't that mean grape?
Yes, I would agree that.
Okay, so if he wasn't convicted of sexual abuse, do you think that's grape?
What? Repeat.
The jury did not find Trump liable.
Yeah, because of the law. Yes, the law
for grape
yes,
under
hold on.
the New York
Yes, the
penal
law. The law in New York. The law in New York during this case determined that rape was a male member unconsensually penetrating a female member. So a penis unconsensually penetrating a
Oh, you
vagina,
seem
right?
to be a little tongue tied right now, brother.
Hold on, I stutter. So in the New York law, rape was classified as a male member penetrating, unconsensually penetrating a female member. Right? You can agree, though.
That's the only thing for sexual abuse in New York
for
is
rape,
just men for women.
No, for at the time for rape, yes.
No,
At the
I'm not
time for
asking
rape.
at the time that it happened. I'm asking at the time
Hold on,
of the court case.
At the time of the court case, yes, that's what I mean by at the time that it happened. At the time
Okay,
that the court case
so,
happened, rape legally was male member forcefully
You got to put a
penetrating
G
a
in
female
front of that.
member.
The Trump found Trump liable for defamation for calling Carol's allegations a hoax. That was it.
He was held liable for
That
defamation
is
and sexual
what
abuse.
he was
Defamation
held
and sexual
liable.
abuse. Michael, you cannot deny reality. Fox News admitted this.
You
AP
just grate me.
News.
You just grate me.
Okay, go to court and prove it.
Okay. Well, under this law,
Like what?
that's exactly what would happen. Because
law?
you can't
What?
prove that by me saying that it didn't happen.
Yeah. For example, if you're claiming that I raped you, and then you provide a clothing with unidentified male DNA on it, and then the court asks, "Hey, can you present your DNA to clear you from this crime?" I will 100% give my DNA to the court, knowing that I did not rape you. Guess what Donald Trump did?
Oh,
Donald
wow,
Trump,
that's
Donald
so-
Trump refused.
so
Hold on.
aside from
Donald
that,
Trump,
even
hold on,
like,
Michael. Hold
no.
on, Michael. Let me forward you the analogy. Donald Trump refused to provide his DNA for the court when asked, right? Which led to him being held liable for sexual abuse. So great. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes.
What dress was E. Jean Carroll wearing?
What dress? I don't know why does the dress matter?
Oh, the one that didn't come out for another
That's
3
false.
years.
It's already been debunked, buddy. You don't even.
Oh, it's already
you
been
know what
debunked?
dress?
Show me.
You-
Show me where that's been
I
debunked.
got
I
you.
can show
He
you
paid off
100
Stormy
different
Daniels.
places where it
He
is.
hasn't released the e-files. Like, how much fucking more do you need?
Well, I need you to prove.
Well, your boy's in office and in power, and that's why he's there, so he can hide all the fucking misinformation.
Okay, so where
And that
was
basically
all
have
this
supreme
at
power.
under Biden then? I mean, if
But
it was
Biden,
so,
that's
if Trump,
Bidenism. That doesn't
no,
matter.
no,
That's
listen,
Bidenism.
no, I'm not asking a what aboutism. I'm just saying here, this is the fact. If it was so bad that Trump is such a bad person, don't you think that the Biden administration
No,
would have
because
said,
the DOJ was
hey,
independent. Aside from the Joe Biden administration, was independent. Joe Biden did not mingle with the DOJ. I
The
can agree
DOJ
that.
was
Hold on,
independent
I
of
can
the
agree.
Biden
I can agree.
administration?
I can agree that I wish that the DOJ released at least the actual document of the birthday card that Donald Trump sent to Jeffrey Epstein. I can agree that definitely would have swayed the election. But because the DOJ was independent of the Biden administration, they didn't do that. Right?
Okay,
Donald Trump doesn't make the DOJ independent. He makes it them together. That's why that's the difference between Trump and Joe Biden.
so every other president except for Trump didn't use the DOJ.
No, I'm saying the DOJ was independent from their administrations. In
So you're
recent
saying
history.
that no other administration ever used the DOJ?
That's not what I said.
Well, what you're saying is that the Biden administration didn't use it.
I said it's the Biden administration let the DOJ be independent compared to the Trump administration, who put in Pam Bondi to do his dirty work. And
Okay,
not
well,
make it independent.
we can all agree that Pam Bondi was a big ass mistake.
Sure.
We can all agree on that.
The point still stands that the DOJ under Joe Biden was independent, but under Donald Trump it was not.
But who
independent.
put Pam Bondi in place?
Precisely? Who
Oh
put
no,
Kash
I
Patel?
totally agree.
He
with you.
exit.
I totally agree.
Donald Trump
He's
hires all these DUI
Trump's
hires.
the one that put him there. Yes, he did.
So why do you dispute the sexual abuse case? Why do you dispute it? He was held liable
Because
for
if
sexual abuse.
somebody
You
is
owe me
not
$100.
convicted of actually
Okay, what do you mean by
rape, then
convicted?
I'm not going to say that
What do you
they're
mean by
a rapist.
convicted? What do you mean by convicted?
He was never convicted of
What
rape.
is What is a conviction?
Never.
What is a conviction?
Okay, so
Well, hold on.
since
No, what is a
Trump, all of
conviction?
a sudden you guys have no idea what the legal system is?
What is a conviction? What does it mean to be convicted?
Well, gee, I don't know there, Bartholomew. Maybe that a court finds you guilty?
A court found him guilty. A civil
34
court
times.
found him guilty
Of what?
of
What did they find
sexual
him guilty
abuse.
of?
Sexual
No,
abuse.
they found him guilty of defamation.
Okay, defamation and sexual abuse. I
No,
just
there
showed
was
you the
no
court case.
there was no and sexual
The-
abuse.
hold
It
on.
was defamation.
You're just denying reality, and people like you drive me insane. I showed you the evidence that determined that the jury found him guilty of that. I showed you the evidence. I showed you the case document. It was E. Jean Carroll versus Trump. You can search up Fox News.
Give me your
Search up-
court
hold on.
document. Give me your
Hold on.
URL,
Search up-
and I'll
search
give
up
you
was
mine.
Donald Trump. No, search up was Donald
No,
Trump
give
held
me
liable
your
for sexual
URL
abuse?
that you're looking at right
I
now.
showed
that
you the
says that
photo.
you
I
did
showed
that.
you the screenshot.
So you're unable to give me the actual URL? Are you afraid to show me what really happened?
Sure. I don't need to give you a URL. E. Jean Carroll v. Trump. That's it. E. Jean Carroll v. Trump.
And they keep coming out.
You just said that you had actual evidence that said that Trump was convicted of rape. So if
Yes.
it's there,
I already
give me
showed you the
URL
evidence.
so
I already
can
showed
look
you
at
it. This.
No, you didn't. You showed me a screenshot of the top of the court case. That's it. You didn't show me the whole document.
But the whole document doesn't matter when we're looking to when we're determining. Hold on.
No.
We're determining whether or not Donald Trump was held liable for sexual abuse. That is what we're determining. When a part of the document states that, we don't need to read the whole document when a document already states that. But let's see.
So give me the URL and let me look at it if you're not afraid.
Sure. I got you, man. A URL, you can just type E. Jean Carroll v. Trump. There's your URL.
The URL is Eugene Carroll versus Trump.com, .org, .net, fucking what?
You just search up on Google E. Jean Carroll v. Trump.
I don't know. You said that you were looking at the document right now. What document
I showed
are
you the
looking
document.
at?
I showed you
Michael,
the
let me
document.
ask you something. So, for example,
You're
yes,
just a liar,
support, you support Trump. I get it. If this same situation was happening to, say, Biden or Obama, and there was even one or two, not only 34, do you think like anybody would be in the same position?
How about the photo with Obama pushing the little boy's
That's
head
great.
down
That's a
underneath
That was his
boat?
family.
Hold on, I got you. I got you with the URL. Hold on, are you ready for the URL?
Was he not?
Are you ready for the
with-
URL? I can give you a website.
Yeah.
You're
I'm ready,
too
bro.
lazy to look it up yourself. Okay. It's
Oh,
gonna
I'm
be,
too lazy to look it up myself. No, I'm too lazy to look up your information, bro. If
I
you're
gave
gonna
you the
state
information
something,
on the
show me.
screen, and then you asked for more. It's Carroll v. Trump, number 23-793, Second Circus, 2024. Search that up. It's going to be Justia Law, and then you're going to see the full court documents. It's 77 pages. 77 pages.
Okay, so Jesus, oh my God, man, dude, all I had to do was put in. I mean, I know that
Eugene Carroll v.
I don't-
Trump.
I
Yes,
don't
that's all you had to
I-
do. Yes.
Hold on,
I told you that
don't
many
use-
times.
I don't use AI for crap. I look at everything, but all I had to
I'm
do
not
was
on
put
AI.
in Google.
I am on the actual
Whoa.
Justia Law. I'm not using AI.
I'm not using. All I did was
So all
use
you-
your information. Look,
Yes, all you do
Alls
on
I
Google.
did-
Hold on, are you on Google?
Yes, I'm trying to show you. Hold on, just a second.
I'm basically speaking off the dome. I don't even have my computer out, so
Is this coming through? I'm not sure if I turn my camera right
It's
or
not.
not.
You have to click OK like 2 times, I think.
Okay, is that coming up?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what does this say right here under verdict?
That's Google AI. You shouldn't read that. That's gonna be false sometimes.
Okay.
But you have to search up. You're gonna scroll down. Carroll v. Trump, number 23-793, Second Circus, 2024. That's what you want to look at. I sent you an invite. I don't think you meant to unmute. Now make sure if you're over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe if you haven't already. This 50 people over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. Go vote on the poll if you guys want to support this live stream. Link tree in the description of the live stream on YouTube. All you have to do is click more. You click on the link tree and you can join other communities such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Substack, as well as my Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and the link tree. Over here on TikTok, let's try to get to 10.5 thousand likes. Repost and like, share the live if you haven't already. Hit that follow button as well. And make sure you guys complete that gift goal. That's why we get more people in here. And as well, the link tree in the description of the bio with everything else in there as well. The Sierra, yes, that is Sierra. What's up, Sierra? You changed your profile picture again? Wow.
Sorry, bro.
Anyways, Michael.
You were
did
right.
you find the source that I gave you?
I have my stuff unmuted. But yes, of course, just the easiest Google search says that the only thing that he was convicted of was defamation.
That's not true.
So why would all Google searches say that he was...
It's not all Google searches.
If you want to do based on Google AI, was Donald Trump?
No, I'm not even using AI. I'm using actual
which source
Google
says,
pages.
But I gave you an actual Google page. I gave you the court documents.
Yes, and I read you exactly what it said.
You
I
wanted
read you
the
exactly
court
what it said.
documents. Sierra, send me a DM. Send me a DM. Curious, but listen, I'm giving you court documents. I'm not giving you. You asked for the court documents. Did you look at the court documents?
This is going to get us nowhere.
Because you're denying reality.
No. I'm not.
It's getting us nowhere. It's stressing me out because you're denying reality.
Brother, I'm not trying to back out or run or anything.
No,
but
I
I'm
understand
saying,
you're not.
Listen, just listen. Just stop interrupting me and just listen for 2 seconds. Okay? I am more than willing to completely have a debate with you on this. No problem. I would like, I don't know, give me half an hour and jump on Discord and we can live stream it anywhere you want. I have 2 different Discord channels, servers. I can put you on a Discord server.
Do you
I can
have
put
to
you on
go?
a YouTube channel. No, I don't have to go, but TikTok is just not. You mute me and then I can't talk. So when I
didn't mute you.
talk,
I don't know. I think you
no,
accidentally
everybody
swipe
keeps
out of the
muting
app.
me. So I'm tired of it. If
No,
you wanna
listen, man. I
debate-
won't mute you. Listen, I'll probably just interrupt you. How about that,
Bro, I've
Can you deal with
tried
some interruptions. Yes.
I've tried 5 times to get shit through, and I get
To me?
muted. So yes, to you, and I don't know who's muting me. I don't know if
You've
it's
only
you.
hold on.
I don't
You've only
know
been
if
muted
you have
once.
a mod or what?
You've only been muted
I
once, and
haven't
my mods
muted
haven't.
anybody.
Yeah, my mods haven't muted anyone. But you've only been muted once, and I think you did that on accident on yourself, because then I sent you an invite to unmute. But we've been talking. There's just been slight interruptions, which is fine when it comes to debates. But listen, we can talk about that in a bit. What if Donald Trump admitted to sexual violence? Would you support him?
If Trump admitted to sexual violence, absolutely, he'd be out. No problem.
Okay.
I
heard
do
the
not
clip?
support anybody that is, that's why I'm not Muslim.
I think I can change your mind. Have you heard of the clip of Howard Stern 2005?
Yeah, I'll be back in like 15.
So
I gotta
you're
take a
gonna
nap.
okay. So you're gonna bring up the in the dressing room thing, right?
All right, Johnny, appreciate coming up here. Yes.
Okay.
You
can
said you
prove
wouldn't
that
support
it was
Trump.
a dressing room.
Yes, he described a dressing room. Yes.
No, he didn't describe a dressing room. He described backstage.
Have you heard of the clip?
Yes, I've watched the clip. I've seen the clip. You know what?
Can I
old
play it
enough
for the
to
chat?
actually remember the actual conversation because I used to listen to Howard Stern.
Wow. Can I play it for the chat?
Yes, please.
Cool. Just so the chat is aware.
Yeah, I'll mute myself.
You don't have to mute yourself.
Say, as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do that.
So you have done that.
Well, I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like a
everything is
doctor.
good.
You're there.
Yeah, the dressing. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
So you said you wouldn't support Trump if he engaged in sexual violence. Can you agree that sexual violence is the unconsensual sexual acts, right?
And you would need to clarify acts.
Any unconsensual sexual acts would be sexual violence.
What would acts be?
Anything that's any acts that are sexual that are also unconsensual, under my definition, would just be sexual violence.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that. But yeah, I would absolutely not support anybody like that.
Let's see. Would you agree that the definition of sexual exploitation is going to be the attempted or actual abuse of position of power, trust, or vulnerability for sexual gratification?
No.
What's your definition of sexual exploitation?
Sexual exploitation would have to entail something of monetary value. You would have to, and it doesn't have to be actual money, but it would have to be something like, hey, you do this for me and I'll do that. And, we're going to.
Right. That's what I think you misunderstood. Sexual exploitation, my definition, let's see if you agree with it. I'll just repeat it, is the attempted or actual abuse of position of power, vulnerability, or trust for sexual gratification. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Still agree.
So you agree with my definition of sexual exploitation and sexual violence. It is the case that Donald Trump engaged in sexual exploitation, which is a form of sexual violence, because you agree that sexual violence is unconsensual sexual acts. And I can prove how he engaged in sexual exploitation. He said, as the owner of the pageant, he could do these inspections and go backstage. I can admit he said backstage, right? He went backstage and do these inspections. This is contradictory to the fact of what he said at the end. He said, and he gets away with things like that. Typically, when you get away with things, when you say you get away with things, you're getting away with something bad. Like if I stole a cookie and I said I got away with stealing a cookie, that's something bad. In this instance, when he's saying he gets away with it, he's talking about the inspection that he does, right? So if it were his job as the owner of the pageant, he wouldn't be getting away with it. But that's why it's sexual exploitation, because he abused his position of power as the owner to say he's doing an inspection to look at naked women.
Okay, so is he exploiting his power by walking backstage of something that he owns?
Yes, when he describes where he walked backstage being a dressing room, yes.
No, he never described a dressing room. He said backstage.
I have a question, Michael. Where do women get naked and get dressed and changed typically?
Typically, like at a clothing store, they would go into a dressing room, but in pageants such as that, they get changed in many different positions. They get changed backstage, which would just be back behind the curtain, or they could get changed in the dressing room where they're fully naked and not just in bra and underwear.
Right. Dressing room. Do you want to hear the victims of the testimonies? Have you heard of the victims of the testimonies?
You mean the 5, right? The 5 victims?
Tasha Dixon.
5 of them. There was 5 of them, right?
But have you heard of the testimonies of them?
Yeah. Have you heard of the 11 that said no?
Yes, I have. But let's just play this.
Oh, wait. So you've heard of the 11, but you don't want to listen to them.
More realtor agent. He just came strolling right in. There was no second to put a robe on or any sort of clothing or anything. Some girls were topless, other girls were naked. As Miss owned the contact to him was when we were at the dress rehearsal and half naked, changing into our bikinis. To have the owner come waltzing in when we're naked or half naked in a very physically vulnerable position, and then to have the pressure of the the people that work for him telling us to go fawn all over him, go walk up to him, talk to him. And Dixon has strong pageant for the reason to utilize his power to get, around beautiful women. Dixon, who lives in what? So there's no one to complain to. Everyone there works for him. The year she competed, she decided. But I just like to choose what's right. Dixon tells me she has distance from former statement to paint Mr. Trump as someone who would
So here's what I wanted to.
Why didn't you finish the rest of that?
Yeah, I can finish it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Polar. She said to us in a statement, to paint Mr. Trump as someone who would purposely walk into a women's dressing room and ask women to come impress him is the most disgusting accusation so far. Mr. Trump has empowered me as a woman, has given me career opportunities, and defended me during my reign as Miss California, USA. In the news.
So we listened to the full video.
Wow, a little bit different. A little bit different at the end there, isn't it?
Yes, very, very, very different. Yes,
Oh,
but the thing
very
is here,
different because she was thankful,
hold on.
right?
The thing is here, all of these people who came out and said it wasn't sexual exploitation or it was sexual exploitation, they all said it was in a dressing room. Maria Belgrado said it was a
she didn't
dressing
say
room.
that person never once mentioned a dressing room. Not
Miss
once.
California?
The one that you just played? The
Miss
one that you just
California,
played.
Yeah, we're reading a statement that says that she empowered her as a woman and given her career opportunities. And then she said they were to paint Mr. Trump as someone who would purposely walk into a woman's dressing room.
No,
and
that's
ask
not what
women-
she said. She
I'm
never
reading the
once
quote.
said that he
I'm reading
came
the
into
quote.
a dressing room.
walk into a women's dressing room and ask women to come and press him is the most disgusting accusation so far. Mr. Trump has empowered me as a woman, has given me career opportunities,
going
and
to use
defended
that
me
as your
during my
evidence?
reign.
The reporter?
No,
The reporter
hold on,
saying it?
you asked me to play it. You wanted to hear her.
No. The person that was accusing him, did she ever once say dressing room?
Yes.
Ever?
Yes.
No, she didn't. Not
Tasha
once.
Dixon, yes.
No, she didn't. Not once. Did you listen to the recording?
I did. I listened to her saying that women
so
were
play it
naked.
again, bro. Play it again. Maybe listen harder.
Michael, I'm not
Play
going to
it
play
again.
a minute
Play it
and a
again.
half.
Play it again. You had to play the reporter part, so play her part again.
19 years. Our first introduction to him was when we were at the dress rehearsal and half naked, changing into our bikinis. To have the owner come waltzing in when we're naked or half naked in a very physically vulnerable position, and then to have the pressure of the the people that work for him telling us to go fawn all over him, go walk up to him, talk to him. And Dixon has strong opinions about what she thinks.
So where was the dressing room
I'm
part?
telling you, Donald Trump owned the pageant for the reason to utilize his power to get, around beautiful women. Dixon, who lives in West Hollywood, was 18 at
Where's
the
the
time.
dressing room part?
Complain to. He owns the pageant. So there's no one to complain to. Everyone there works for him. The year she competed,
Still
he was
waiting
empowering
for
women.
that part.
Hearing recent audio of Trump talking about women, she decided to speak out. I miss Arizona, so I veer more on the conservative side. But I just like to choose what's right. Dixon tells me she hadn't heard.
Where's the dressing room part? I'm still waiting for the part where she says he's in the
So
dressing
you
room.
made me replay that. Now let me explain.
No, I don't need
What
an explanation. Where
No, I'm gonna
was the
explain what
dressing
claim that I
room
made.
part?
You can agree that when women are naked, it's in a dressing room. Yes. It's
No,
a specific-
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hold on, women get naked in public.
Yeah, all the time.
In a public space.
Yeah, all the time.
Name me one example.
You've ever been to the gym?
Have I ever been to the gym? Yes, and there's locker rooms,
Yeah.
women's locker rooms and men's locker rooms. Yes.
Yeah. And what happens
Yes,
if a
not
girl
where men
walks
are around,
out?
yes.
So there's no men around in the weight room when a woman is getting undressed
Not in the
and
locker rooms.
changing into
Not-
her
not
gym
in the women's
clothes?
locker
No,
rooms.
I'm not asking. Did she ever say he was in the locker room? No, he didn't.
Trump
So what
described.
I'm
Yeah, hold on.
talking
Trump
to is
described that there were no
after
men.
she comes out.
Trump said that there were no men around.
No. I don't. Doesn't matter what he said. It's what they said.
That describes a locker room. Hold on.
No,
The
it
victims
doesn't.
say-
It
the
describes
hold on.
backstage.
The victims said that they had no
The
clothes on,
victims
that they were
said-
naked. The victims and Donald Trump and the victims said that they had no clothes on, that they were naked. Donald Trump also said that there were no men around. It's so obvious that that is a dressing room, and you're just denying
Anywhere they
reality.
say that it was a dressing room?
Victims, yes, some victims did say it was a dressing room. I'm not sure, like
No,
the
they
actual
didn't.
specific words. Yes.
No, they didn't. Show me. Pull up one. Pull up
I-
one.
again, I-
You
I
just
said I
pulled
don't
up
know
one
in
that
specific
was
which name.
completely false. You just lied, so I want the actual quote, man. I want a woman that said he was in their dressing room and did stuff.
No, about walk backstage during in the dressing room. That's what I'm
Oh,
referring to.
backstage. Yeah, backstage.
Where
yeah.
the dressing room is
Where
backstage.
anybody who's an owner is allowed to go, right? Anybody who's a part of the pageant is allowed to go.
Not in the
right?
dressing room. Men aren't allowed in the dressing room.
I never said the dressing room, did I? Or did I say backstage?
I'm
Just
the
like
one who said dressing room, so
everybody
you're
else
implying
in the
that.
cases. Man, you need to look up your information a little bit better, bro.
Yeah, I got you.
Little bit better.
I got you.
Yeah. Show me back. Show me dressing room once.
I got you.
Oh, it was all backstage. Oh, damn it. Now I can't show him. It was the back room.
I'm trying to pull up the
damn
source.
it. Oh, darn.
Give me a second, buddy.
Yeah. If you were so confident, why wouldn't you have it ready? So confident,
Yeah,
man.
because let's see.
So willing to defame somebody, but you don't even have
Why
the
are you looking at boots of
information.
a P3DO?
Why are you?
I'm not a Trump supporter.
Oh, but you're a Biden supporter, right?
No, I don't support Biden.
Oh, so who do you support then?
For what?
For anything, man. Just give me anybody that you
I
support.
support Dan Topax for my representative. He's pretty chill.
Where's that at? Just out of curiosity.
Arizona.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Damn
looking
it.
for the
I
specific.
really
wording.
want to
Give
be
me a
mad
second.
at you, but I can't now. I go to GCU, so I can't be really that mad at you.
Grand Canyon University.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Let's see. He didn't walk in and say, "I'm sorry, I was looking for someone." He continued. He said he walked in because he knew he could. Mr. Trump just barged right in, didn't say anything, just stood there and stared at us.
Where?
Yeah, let's see. According to The Guardian, it's going to be... Give me 1 second. I'm looking for the specific wording.
Now, that's something I can actually look up.
Give me a second.
Oh, God.
Separately, BuzzFeed reported. So BuzzFeed reported on Wednesday that several teen beauty queens from the 1997 Miss Teen USA said Trump entered a dressing room. On several of them were naked. One girl was 15 years old at the time.
Okay. That is not one that I've seen. So, where are you seeing that one at?
The Guardian. The Guardian is the one that quotes it down below. It's going to be way down. It's going to be the title is.
Yeah.
The title. The title is. Where did it go? Oh no, wrong Guardian. There we go. Yeah, no, that's E. Jean Carroll. Fuck me.
No worries.
God damn it! Where the fuck did it go? Hold on.
These things are so ridiculous sometimes.
Even better one. This is Snoop's. I don't know where the fuck the other one went, but this is also. I think it's the same. So you're gonna. It's gonna be going into changing rooms of beauty pageant contestants, and then you're gonna scroll way down because it's long, and it tells you everything, and then it says. So there's one paragraph. In 2016, a former Miss USA contestant who was 18 years old at the time said Trump walked into their changing room. Our first introduction to him was when we were at the dress rehearsal and half naked, changing into our bikinis. They're quoting that and then say some girls were topless, other girls were naked. And then...
What was the name of that article again?
Yeah, let's see. Did Trump admit to going into changing rooms of beauty pageant contestants? Oh, and then the other one is going to be Miss USA 2001 contestant. Trump barged into room when we were naked. That's there we go. I found the one I was reading. You can just do Control F, Buzz. Yes, there we go. I found it. So if you want the one that I quoted about some girls using as being 15 years old, the title is going to be Miss USA 2001 contestant. Trump barged into room when we were naked. And then it's going to be... Let's do Control F, BuzzFeed. You're just going to do Buzz. Separately, BuzzFeed reported on Wednesday that several teen beauty queens from 1997 Miss Teen USA said Trump entered a dressing room while several of them were naked. One girl was 15 years old at the time.
That you gave, but I found, did Trump admit to going into changing rooms of beauty pageant contestants?
Oh yeah, from Snoops. Or Snopes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that one quotes. Miss Arizona, I believe. You're just gonna have to scroll way down, but the one that talks about the mine is 15 years old. Miss USA. So this is from The Guardian. The Guardian. Miss USA 2001 contestant Or I guess I could just show you, and I can show the chat as well. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Let's see. And then are you able to look at your screen for a quick second?
Yes, sir.
So this is the title of The Guardian. A Miss USA contestant Trump barged into the room, and then you scroll down. There we go. Separately, BuzzFeed reported that on Wednesday, several teen beauty queens from 1997, Miss Teen USA Trump entered a communal dressing room while several of them were naked. One girl was 15 years old at the time. And then that's talking about another Miss Teen USA contestant who was corroborating what Trump said, that he didn't do anything wrong. And then even this one, the chaperones made an announcement that he was there and he would be coming into the dressing room. So the people who say that there was no inappropriate behavior and he announced himself, they all said a dressing room. A former contestant said, right? So this contestant is trying to back Trump and say he's a good person because he announced himself, but he announced himself to walk and wear a dressing room. And then Miss Teen USA, where there was a 15-year-old girl, it was a dressing room. So both victims, a victim that doesn't like said it was sexual exploitation, said it was a dressing room, and a victim who tried to, or not a victim, or I guess a victim if they were sexually exploited, but they're trying to defend Trump. They also described a dressing room right there, quote, dressing room.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what it says. I've looked up the article, exactly what it says. I'm not going to lie about that. So
That's what the point that I was trying to say. When I say people that support Trump and people who don't support Trump, they said dressing room.
Here's what I'd like to ask you then in the follow-up to this article, since I've not read it all. So when did this article come out?
This article, The Guardian or Snoops?
I think
both of them came out like 9 years ago. Oh, Snoops came out 9 years ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope, came out in 2024. So
the Guardian came out 9 years ago.
This one came out in
2024. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, Snoops came out in 2024. The one that I just read to you that you saw on your screen was 9 years ago. Guardian was 9 years ago. Snoops was 2 years ago.
Oh.
Yes. That's why. That's why I got it confused.
Yeah, the Guardian. Okay.
Yeah,
so
the Guardian was 9 years ago. Snoops was 2 years ago. Yes.
Okay. So according to that, yes, in 2024 that was reported. However, can I just ask you some just quick questions?
You go for it.
Okay. Who's Snoops owned by?
Who's Snoops owned by?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's owned by a conglomerate underneath George Soros. Did you know
would
that?
You agree? Would you agree?
No,
if
no.
Snoops,
Just can you just?
Sure, I'll
I've
concede,
answered
sure,
your questions.
George Soros,
I've
sure.
answered all of your questions in good faith. Can you just answer mine?
Sure.
Okay. So Snopes is under the conglomerate under one of the conglomerates underneath of George Soros, which is now under his son. Correct?
Sure.
Okay. So,
but who wrote the article?
Huh?
Who wrote the article?
Nur Imbrim.
And who does she work for?
Snopes.
And a producer with Al Jazeera. She is a journalist from Pakistan. Not
Okay, this one says this one says
no bias. Right,
this one says she's-
Nur Imbrim, the author that wrote that article, is a journalist from Pakistan. Who's also she started her career with being a producer with Al Jazeera. Right? So there's no bias there. It's unbiased.
Not even.
I mean, anything that affiliation. Sure, I can concede that there's bias.
How
But from
about
what
if
I'm
I just
seeing-
provide you from Al Jazeera itself that they're
Al
biased?
Jazeera. I mean, Al Jazeera is again international. There's no.
Where's Al Jazeera based out of? Do you have any clue on what Al Jazeera is at all?
Al Jazeera, yeah, it's international. It's based in Qatar.
And what information do they provide?
In terms of what? What is Qatar or Al Jazeera?
Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera.
Al Jazeera. They report on a lot of things. They report on the news.
Oh, just the news, just random international news.
Yeah.
They don't have
Just
anything to do
AlJazeera.com,
with
sure, yeah.
Islam.
Do they have anything to do with Islam?
Yeah.
No.
They don't. Not
What's
at all.
the evidence? What's
Not
the
even a
evidence
little
that-
bit.
Hold on. What's the evidence that Al Jazeera has bias towards Islam? that leads you to believe that Al Jazeera would be lying about Donald Trump in this instance?
Okay. All right. I'll help you
Or
out.
the author.
Let's go. Since you sent me to Google, I'm gonna send you to Google.
For sure.
Why don't
I have
you
a question
go
while
ahead
you're
and
doing
look
that. I have a
up-
question.
Why don't you go ahead and look up who finances Al Jazeera Network?
Sure. I have a question for you though. If Snoops does an interview, and the person who says who answers the questions, would you agree that's still unbiased? It's still the testimonies of the victims because it's what
No.
the victims are saying?
No, not at all.
You're saying it's still biased? What?
Yes.
So like, let's say
It's
if
gonna
AP
be 100%
hold on.
biased.
Let's say if AP News reported AP News, would you agree that they're unbiased or they're center?
Yes, AP is 100% biased.
So let's say AP News is biased.
Yeah.
What bias?
Liberal.
Right leaning, liberal. You think AP News is liberal? Okay, what is an unbiased source for you? Just give me an example of an unbiased source. For you.
For me, an unbiased source, there really isn't one, Republican or Democrat, because they're all going to give
What's a
you
source
their-
that you would expect? What's a source you could accept?
For international, I would probably go with.
Just like news in general. Like what's a source you could accept?
Well, no, you're asking me about Al Jazeera, so I have to think of what I would accept.
No, I'm just asking you in general for like a source.
I don't honestly, bro. Like I
NPR?
don't. No, I don't accept anything as anything until I research it. Honestly, I don't care if
We
it's Fox,
research
I don't
this. We
care if it's
research
CNN,
this.
I don't
So
care
let's.
if it's.
Snoops and the Guardian interviewed the victims, and they said it was a dressing room. And we
And who
researched
did it
this.
come
And Donald
from?
Trump. Who did it come from? What's her name? Nur Imbram.
And where did she come from?
She was the former producer from Al Jazeera.
Yes. Okay. So why am I asking about Al Jazeera? Because your reporter says she's from Al Jazeera. So
No, she
why
was-
wouldn't I
she
think
was
she
from Al
has a
Jazeera.
bias?
Bias towards what? What is her bias towards?
Her bias is towards anything that is not under the Islamic rule. And do you think that she's going to give any consideration to anything that an American says? No, obviously not.
Yes, because we can see that there's no bias within the interview. The interview is with the victim. She is reporting what the victim said.
No, she didn't.
Yes,
And I'm looking at it right here. It's not about the victim. It's what she says the victim said, not what the victim said. That's why I'm
there are
trying to
literally- there
ask
are
you
quotes.
about the actual reporter.
There are quotes. There are quotes and there,
There
are
are
videos.
quotes from the reporter, not from the actual
Hold on.
victim.
Hold
That's my
on.
problem.
Within Snoops, one incident reportedly occurred in 1997. Miss Teen USA beauty pageant Maria Bellado, the former Miss Vermont Teen USA, recalled, "Quote: I remember putting on my dress really quickly because I was like, oh my God, there's a man in here." End quote. Or I guess not end quote. It continues. She remembered Trump saying, and I quote, "Don't worry, ladies, I've seen it all before." End quote. 4 other women alleged that Trump entered the dressing room. 11 contestants at BuzzFeed reached out, said they do not recall him in the dressing room. Right? That is quotes from Maria Bellado. Those are putting quotes. Those are Maria Bellado's words.
Did you not pay attention to the last part where it said 11 said no?
Yeah, but that's
It
not the point. The
never
point is here.
happened.
The point is here. You said that this report is biased. I believe these victims. You want to know why I believe these victims? You want to they're not victims. You want to I believe the 11 contestants that said that they did not recall him in the dressing room. I believe that. A, dressing rooms are big. B, one man, 3 different pageants, multiple different years. One single man is not capable to sexually exploit every single contestant in 3 different pageants, many different years, right? But you can agree
That's
that
what
at
you've been
least
saying
some,
this whole time.
at least some people did get sexually exploited by Donald Trump. Not all of them, but some did.
Okay. So tell me how they were sexual. I'm sorry, it's TikTok. Tell me how they were, exploited.
Yeah, because we agreed to the definition. The definition of sexual exploitation is going to be any attempted abuse of position, attempted or actual abuse, a position of power, vulnerability to trust for sexual purposes. He uses position of power. saying that
So
he's the
every
owner.
man in history is guilty of that. Then
Not every man is. Are you a sexual exploiter?
Even you are guilty of that.
Am I a
Every
sexual?
single
No, I'm not a
person
sexual
in
exploiter.
history.
Explain. Go ahead. Explain. How? Explain.
Have you ever looked at a woman before when she wasn't in anything but her underwear?
If I didn't like not unconsensually,
Have you ever looked at a woman on the beach when she was in just her,
no, I've
just
never been
in
to
her
the beach.
bathing suit?
I've never been to the beach.
Oh, where do you? Quick question then. Where are you from? So I can make it a little more
Arizona.
relevant.
There's no beaches in Arizona.
Okay, Arizona. Yeah, there's no beaches. God dang it. So, Grand Canyon.
I've never been. I need to, but I've never been.
Bro, come on, man. You've never been to the Grand Canyon and you live in Arizona.
Yeah, well. But go ahead. Explain to me how, in accordance with my view, I would be a sexual exploiter. How would I be a sexual exploiter with my worldview?
If you have ever looked at a woman and thought unhealthy thoughts,
women, yes.
Have you ever thought?
Whenever I'm out, whenever like I'm a
woman's
cashier, if a
beautiful.
cashier is like a woman, I look at them as well as men. I've looked at men.
You've
right?
never looked at a woman and said, "Oh, that's beautiful. I wonder what she would be like." Never, not once in your entire
I
life.
thought that like a woman could be like beautiful, sure, right? I mean, I can compliment someone and say, "Hey, you look gorgeous," right?
Well, you're a sexual abuser now.
What? I'm not. Hold on. Sexual exploitation is any actual or attempted abuse of position, of vulnerability, trust,
Are you
for
not a
sexual
man?
purposes, right?
Are you not a man?
So when I compliment a woman saying you're
Are
gorgeous,
you a man?
am I? Yes.
So are you not more powerful than a woman?
Am I more powerful than a woman? What do you mean by powerful?
Dude, okay. All right. Let's start at the very beginning with the dictionary.
But the
Okay?
point is,
Powerful means
it's attempted abuse of position of power. So let's say I am powerful than a woman, which I completely disagree with. Let's say for some
you're not more powerful than a woman.
Let's
You're
say
weaker than a woman. Are you weaker than a woman?
Let's say I grant you I'm powerful. Okay, let's say I grant you this.
No, I'm asking.
I didn't
no,
use the
I
position
wasn't
of my
asking you-
power to compliment that woman. I like
I wasn't
if I ever
asking you
compliment someone, I just
hypothetically.
call them out like they're pretty. I don't know. Like what?
Not
How does that
asking
have
you
any
hypothetically.
correlation?
Not asking you hypothetically. I'm asking you, have you ever looked at a woman and said, wow, that's a beautiful woman, and then impure thought?
Have I ever looked at a woman and said that they're like beautiful? Sure,
Mhm.
I've thought that some people are beautiful.
And then had the impure thought afterwards, right?
No, not every
Never?
person has impure thoughts.
What?
Not every single person has impure thoughts, quote unquote.
Okay, well then Trump didn't have impure thoughts. He just went in there and was like, hey, what's going on? We need to get you lined up. We need to get
Point
you
is
here. We need
here.
to get you there.
Hold on. The point is here. When I look at someone and think that they're beautiful, I am in a public space. A dressing room is a private space, right?
No,
there is
backstage.
no. Hold on. There is no reasonable privacy. You cannot have privacy in public. You cannot. You can't have privacy in public. The First Amendment, that is what the First Amendment says. There is no expected privacy, none at all. No expected privacy in public.
So
Doesn't
then
matter
there's
who
no
you are.
exploitation whatsoever.
In a private dressing room, yes,
Not
as
when
well
you're
as a private
backstage.
building.
Not when you're backstage.
But we agree that the victims said it was a dressing
No,
room,
you showed
and the
me- you
people
showed
who
me
wanted
one.
to back Trump said it was a dressing room, and Donald Trump described a dressing room.
Yes, and we both agree.
Perfect. So it's a dressing room, which means it's a women's only space. Men do not have consent to go into women's only space. It's colloquially understood as that men do not have consent to enter a woman's only dressing room.
Are you willing
Therefore,
to
it's
die on that
sexual
hill?
exploitation. Yes,
Do you wanna die on that
men
hill?
should not be in women's spaces.
So transgenders should definitely not be in
Pivot, but
dressing
trans
rooms,
women
right?
are trans women are women.
Oh my god!
Pivot, but trans women are women. That's a pivot. Let's say I grant you this. Let's say trans women should not go into women's dressing rooms. I completely disagree with. Let's say I grant you with this. Under your worldview, you disagree with trans women in dressing in women's dressing rooms, and you disagree with Donald Trump being in dressing rooms as a man, which means you don't support trans women, which means you don't support Donald Trump, which means I absolutely cooked you, and I can also cook you and prove to you how a trans woman is a woman. But that
not even close, bro. Like you're trying to set standards, and then you don't follow.
Men
your
should not be in
standards.
women's
No.
spaces. Men
Hey, hold on.
should not be in women's
Can
spaces.
I answer you or not?
Go ahead.
Okay, so if I take your worldview to the end, and I say, Oh, trans women are allowed in women's bathrooms, then what is the problem with Trump walking back there?
Because Trump is not a woman. He's a man. A trans woman is a woman, buddy. Trans women are women.
I right now I'm saying that Trump back then was a woman. He's good.
You
Oh,
not
I
have the
can't.
authority- hold
I
on,
can't.
hold on, hold
But
on,
you
hold
can
on.
tell me what a woman is.
Hold on. You do not have the authority to determine if Trump is a man or a woman.
But you do.
You don't.
You have that authority.
No,
right?
I don't either. I can't say that you're a woman.
Well,
I
then
can't
how
say
can
that
you
the
tell
chat.
me he wasn't? How can you tell me he wasn't then?
Because he identified as a man.
He said that he
donut.
was a man. He said, "I'm a man,"
There is
and
no evidence. There is no evidence to present that he was trans ever at any point in history throughout his life. Was Donald Trump trans? Yes or no?
maybe he was.
Okay, you're a donut. There's no evidence to believe that Trump was trans. None
And
at all.
there's
Zero
no
evidence.
evidence saying that Trump it was in their dressing rooms. You
Yes,
have one,
there
no,
is.
No, hold
Victim
on.
said it, and Trump described the
have-
dressing room.
You have one account of one person where there is
Trump's
multiple
admission of
accounts
guilt.
saying it never happened.
Hold on. The person who said that it never happened, who was trying to back Trump, said he announced himself, and he said he announced himself to walk into the dressing room. So even the person who tried to defend Trump said this happened in a dressing room.
So
Maria
then why
Bellato said that
aren't
happened
you-
in a dressing room. Donald Trump described a dressing room. You are a donut.
Then why aren't you so worried about having Joe Biden arrested? His own daughter said that she molested him.
Arrest Joe Biden. Arrest Joe
Okay,
Biden. That's
so
false.
where's your Joe Biden arrest?
Is Joe Biden president?
Place?
Is Joe Biden president?
No, but he was for
No,
4
Trump
years,
is
and I didn't
president.
hear shit from you, bro.
Yeah, I did not hold live streams up until like early 2025.
Oh wow, so Biden was still in office.
Yes.
Oh, okay, but where was your conviction saying that Joe Biden was a POS?
Because
Where was that?
I think that there are no credible allegations against Joe Biden. That is a difference.
Except for his own daughter's diary.
His own daughter's diary that was stolen by media.
Oh, so
by,
because
by
it
a
was
group.
stolen, it's
Hold
no
on.
longer
Let me
valid,
talk.
right?
Let me talk. A group that is known for altering words, and his own daughter came out and said that this did not happen. That they altered the actual wordings within the diary. His own daughter came out and said
You
that they
can
were
look
trying to.
any of this up, bro. Even today, Ashley still says that Joe Biden molested her.
Yeah, prove it. Prove it.
I can pull it up right now. That's like the easiest one to prove. Wow, that's the easiest one to prove.
You do this. This is a pivot. If there is evidence that Joe Biden essayed his daughter, arrest him, right? The same. But this is a pivot. You do the same thing over and over again. Trans people, Joe Biden, Obama, whoever. Hold Donald Trump accountable. Let's say arrest everyone in power who did this. Arrest them, including Donald Trump. Okay, I'm not here to defend Joe Biden. Joe Biden may not be a good person. There's no evidence there's no credible evidence of him being an SAer, right? There's no evidence that he raped someone. But the point is here, if he did, arrest them, including Donald Trump, including Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton should probably be put in prison after a thorough investigation.
Here's the deal I'll make with you. Because I did offer the $100, and technically you did prove legitimately something with E. Jean Carroll. I will give you the $100, but I want an actual debate with you.
You want an actual debate with me?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
And I will DM you.
You DM me. We can set up a debate. We can have a moderator to where there are no interruptions. Give me on the live stream a moderator.
That works for me. And there's just one thing that's holding me back. I just got to wait until the 1st, and I can send you the $100 because I'm a man of my word. You said what you said, and you were able to prove it. So I'm 100% willing to pay up for that.
All right, man. Well, listen. I'm gonna. You're probably gonna DM me. We'll set up that debate with a moderator. Cause why not? I'm gonna change your mind. I'm gonna definitely do that. I appreciate you coming up here. Have a great day.
Okay. Hey, man.
I'm so sorry I kicked you. I thought you were done. I'm so sorry I kicked you. My bad. If you want to come up and finish with what you were saying, feel free to come up and do so. But that's my bad. Well, let's see if he actually sends the $100. He said he's a man of his word. Let's see. I mean, there are some people that owe me $100 grand, $200 grand, right? And you were saying?
No,
Sorry,
I never
go
said
ahead.
200 grand.
No, I'm saying other people. Other people. Other people bet me $100,000.
No, I swear to God, I will send you that $100 as soon as first of the month comes around.
Hey, listen.
I'm a man of my word, and I'm not gonna lie about that shit. But I honestly do appreciate the conversation with you. I think it was a little contentious.
Hopefully I was able to make you question things a little bit.
You showed me a few things, so I'm willing to look into them. And I'm gonna DM you, and I would really appreciate a real debate. So
for sure, I got you.
And I'm gonna follow you because you're an honest person. So
of course. Well, I appreciate coming up here, man. Take care.
All right, man. You have a good day.
Listen, chat. The conversation might have been, like he said, a little insufferable at times. There were some moments where there was disingenuous moments, but at least I got him to question things. You gotta realize that you cannot change people's minds instantly. You can't expect them to change their mind instantly. It's about planting the seed, having them question it, and continuing further debates. That's why I'm willing to have a debate with him again. He owes me $100. He said as a man of his word. Obviously, the priority is to change his mind. Now listen, Chad, I've been on for 2 hours. 2 hours and a half. Been on for a while. We've had good debates. I will say I disagree with some things that he said there about like sexual exploitation. I disagree with that. But we've been on for 2 hours. Over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. If you guys do want to support this live stream, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and the link to the bio. That's the best way to do so.
Thank you so much for the $5.
Let's check YouTube in the description of the video and over here on TikTok on my bio. I'm going to hop off for tonight.
What's going
I'll
on
see you
there.
guys